All right, folks, the problems have been sorted, the technical issues have been dealt with, and we are into the action here. Map number 2 between Falcons and Ecstatic. Falcons managed to close out Ecstatic's map pick of Vertigo, and now we had a little Nuke, and NBK wants to waste no time in this pistol round. Holy cow, he is in it and blind, and now he's dead. That hasn't worked out terribly well. A good pistol round for Ecstatic.
Blinked, and you missed that one. Hadji can isolate the first duel, but doesn't win it, and clearly utility ineffective in terms of taking those USPs off the angles. That was a little bit too easy for Ecstatic. Nice call to load up the A-bomb site, but yeah, Falcons, no route in there whatsoever.
No, they got a fat lot of nothing. Is, I think, the technical term. Really nothing for their efforts. So, not going to invest anything into this round. Understandably. Having nothing, they will spend nothing. Hard to spend what you don't have, Alan. Although, you wouldn't believe that if you talk to credit card companies.
I was going to say, some loan sharkers out there. They'll tell you differently. I've certainly seen plenty of adverts claiming I can borrow tens of thousands and I'll be just fine.
Seems legit. Seems like sound financial advice. Why don't you do it, Alan?
Yeah, well, I just didn't. I invest all my money into Pokemon cards, actually, so.
That is the meta. That's the meta. Turns out that's the path to extreme wealth, is of children's trading card games.
It is. It is. I'm looking for the next big thing to dump all of my money into. So if you got any ideas,
Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh's the next wave. It's about time for the Yu-Gi-Oh renaissance.
I don't know. I'm feeling these NFTs, bro.
Oh yeah. Might be a little late on that one. Might have missed that boat by half a year.
No, it's fine. I'm buying low. I'm buying low.
Yeah, you are the next future of Web3. Didn't you see Eminem gave a concert as a Bored Ape or whatever? It's the time. It's the moment. Let's see what's going to happen here. Whose time and moment it's going to be. NBK down to 1. Hadji down to 9. Together between them. They can take about a bullet of damage. Not a lot to show for these early efforts from Falcons. They've got a little space outside, but nothing impressive. Python will get the entry, but traded immediately from within the garage, so not a big loss for Ecstatic.
Oh, the nade.
And goodbye, NBK. Could have killed him even if it just hit him and didn't detonate.
Time is gonna become a factor very soon. A couple smokes, that's nice. And Brez is the only player kind of close to spotting the cross. Nobody's seeing this at the moment, Mike. Now Breza peeks, and that was timely. At least now he can call to his teammates. Lowers on the cards.
Manx is in. Making a lot of noise in doing so. Don't know if players were close enough, and they haven't actually gone down towards lower. So instead, it's going to be the player on HUD. It's going to be Queenix, who might be able to shut this down. He's found the first low HP player, and Queenix will just kill them 1 after 3 as they slowly peek into his crosshair. Interesting spacing there from Falcons. Certainly not going to work out very well for them.
Tough one, no bomb plan either, and TZ Money's also looking good, given how soon we are into this game. Very different start to what was the case on Vertigo. Eco to follow. So yeah, we spoke about it in the preamble, which felt like 3 hours ago, but it was just nice for Ecstatic to just get the legs under them, get comfortable, because this series is not going to be easy being a map down on their opponent's pick, but this is looking as comfortable as can be at the moment.
Little nervous for Falcons, considering how limp their T side was on Vertigo, that frankly so far their T side on Nuke is uninspiring. It's incredibly early. It just seemed very basic, I guess. Mang's going to make some money here. Only 2 found. But nice flashbang in and a nice cleanup. That's fine. They lose the 1 SMG. They can reinvest into that. They didn't really even want to carry the SMG into this round. And so far, there has not been a bomb plant through the first 4.
Can't keep that one going. Buy will be good, though, for utility. That's nice. And certainly now be a nice time for Maka to make some good calls. A lot of options on the C side of Nuke. Of course, their map picks. I'm sure they have some ideas coming into this one. And they're going to do the Na'Vi smokes, Mike. L shape, picking up the second. These are good smokes to do a little bit of a default and probe for control over, you know, just simply going for secret.
Kragan! One! Ooh, always a risky spot to get up into, especially with those smokes available. 1-for-1 trade is definitely going to favor the T's here. And they'll withdraw off of it. Having expressed some presence outside, they will leave. Although I believe Manx is watching this, so he should recognize pretty quickly, hey, they didn't take that space. He's checking.
Should be. I feel like he needs to get back to ramp because equally,
he really does.
Equally, Brez is calling. They're not down secret, so
they're going hut.
Where's left?
They were going to go ramp, it seemed, but they've changed their mind. They've got a player up top. They're going to throw an execute in towards A, and Kabi is going to have one and almost two. Good damage from Kabi. There's the follow-up. MisutaA gone. What are they going to do? A vent drop? I mean, what do you even do at this point? They haven't dealt with the player on top of HUD. It's just going to be Makazin coming out. Now Python comes out. The spacing's a little awkward there, so they can adjust. It's just down to the one. A 1v2, Maka coming into the fight, 30 seconds. Looks like he wants to get down the vent. If he goes down, he's a dead man. And indeed, there's death. Come to greet him. Team ace for Ecstticbrzer.
Not bad. Feels a little unlucky for Falcons because it's not their fault they didn't go ramp. They just showed a lot of pressure outer. What would have been wrong with popping in her, but yeah, Ecstticbrzer were in a fairly good setup to deal with it. And he had another round without a bomb plant. CT Money's still looking good. At the rate we're going, this is starting to get a little bit scary. They have to find some traction, and you know, a good few kills here would be very, very helpful.
I just want to see them plant the bomb and make sure they still know how. Starting to feel like their player models might have forgotten the code. Oh, pressure on. They might have the lower sight here. Here we go. Kragan got a bail. Kragan got a bail. They're bringing the fire. He's got one. He's got two. That's what he needed to do, but his teammate goes down with nothing more to show. And now no one's in position to deny this. This could finally be the bomb plant. Come on, guys, Falcons. Now's the moment. Now is your time to shine. Show us you know how to get that bomb planted.
Kabi is all the way down secret. I don't think they're going to try to play this early. But it doesn't matter. MisutaA removes the head. 3-on-2 now. This is looking great.
It is. And they planted the bomb. The curse is broken. Is there time for the Falcons? Oh, door being closed makes Phoenix's life a little bit more annoying. He's going to have to pop it. And to be fair, that works out all right. Hop up close, making noise. Awkward. Does he expect HAdji? Now he does. Okay. Filthy no-scope, but MisutaA will not allow him to quite escape. It's an expensive round. The Falcons do finally get the bomb down. Problem is, everybody dies, Alan. Everybody dies.
It's not a big deal, though, because it was a half-buy. So
true.
They do carry over a good amount of money. So I'm not concerned on that front. And if there's a round to win, it has to be that one. MisutaA the hero. So hopefully this is the kindling the light of fire as it was. And equally, losing up against the Pistols, that should have been a freebie for Ecstticbrzer, and their money now has gone down real fast. So Falcons work to do, but they've just made their lives a hell of a lot easier.
And damage outside. One NBK. Slightly barbecued now. Stepping his way on in secret. And he's got a secret. His secret is whether you can do anything with this position. Manx, meanwhile, picks off one. Just making hay while the sun shines. Nice kill to bring the advantage in here. His Vox Eminor sticker is giving him power here.
The sponge power.
Sponge
World
power.
Renowned.
He can absorb liquids with the greatest of ease.
Falcons are playing a lot of slow rounds here. A lot of slow rounds. Now trying to work out A.
Spot.
That's a great entry. That's a really great entry.
Second one as well for Hadji. They've lost their lower presence. It is a 2v3, but they've got some information on positioning. The op is stuck. The op is stuck down here. Has support from heaven, and Manx is going to peek at just the right time. Timing working out beautifully here. No Maka. Too many targets to find. Reinforcements close at hand. He'll take the first. He tries to go down vent again. This time he will be dead. Trying to bait out the response. Trying to bait them up. Kabi, is he going to realize? Oh, I had no idea Manx had gotten out. Just slipped through in the right possible moment, and Ecstatic immediately answered the one-round win from Falcons.
Just losing every opening duel. Of course, on the pistols, that aggression, that was nice. But on these gun rounds, it's been pretty flat. They've just struggled to get map control and retain the numbers, so needless to say, that can't continue if they want to put up a good T-round haul. All their cash is invested into this one. Look at this. Nothing remaining, so Ecstatic, they're still so comfortable despite losing against the pistols in the previous. They're in a great spot. All players get down.
A lot of noise heard. A lot of noise heard. Manx, is he here in time? He is. He is. No bump plant for you. That's denied. Manx gone to the sidearm. Yes, he'll be overwhelmed, but did a teammate get here? Yes. Kragan is apparently forgotten that NBK exists. I don't know what he was looking for, but it is just going to be NBK, who has a chance. Plant now. That money is secured. This is where the players could be close at hand, and it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy here. Now's the moment. That bomb is going down. Just their second bomb plant of the game so far.
Not the best. Not the best. I'm honestly stunned they got down with 4 players there, but Manx was already adjusted. It's Falcons. Nothing's working. Nothing's working. They have shown a lot of different looks now. And it seems like every time it's a different problem. Whilst Ecstatic, playing a fairly default game, are just having their way with this. They're just locking down these bomb sites. The rotates look fairly good. Don't fix what isn't broken, and they're on track for a great CT side.
Tap, tap, tap. Go the pistols. Let's see if the Falcons can do something here with these smokes outside. They worked NBK down previously. Now it seems like the whole group's going. Is there a gap? Is there a gap in those middle smokes? If there is, it wasn't tested. And Maka is actually going to get the best of them.
I think there was a gap, and I think that gap just got Kragan killed.
Because he was trying to peek it?
Yeah.
Hmm. Two players down. Kabi as well. Two of that very heavy hitters for this team. It's looking good, but losing NBK elsewhere means that the numbers are back in whack. NBK was just left back into lobby. He has not had a good start to this map. 1-9. Oof.
It's only Quinix on A. Where is he at the moment? He's under heaven. You can see how he's juggling 3 positions. He desperately needs a teammate to alleviate a bit of this pressure, and
Max is going to try.
This is such a matter of timing. Look at this.
Oh, spots so many players. Does he realize there's someone above him? No, but now he knows.
Huh.
I think getting away with one there. A little bit of fortune. Phoenix got to turn away from the flashbang, expecting Hadji here, just getting time, and they're not focused in because they think the Heaven player has them covered. Hadji no alone. He has to drop, and he knows that as soon as he does, a teammate, or an opponent rather, is going to be right on top of him. His choice is made for him just on the time alone, and Brzer will put him down. At least it's a bomb plant there to try and keep the Falcons going economically, but they are getting shut out of this half.
This is nice from Ecstatic, though. The few rounds we have seen them give up entries, they're adjusting fast. They're taking map control back. It's not like Falcons are getting clean entry and then able to wrap around the map and really choke out Ecstatic. It's Ecstatic always on the move, so I've enjoyed what I've seen here on the CD side of Nuke. And maybe from the Falcons' perspective, I don't know, Mike. That felt like one of their best openings in a while, and they still can't convert it. So wouldn't even talk about it in these timeouts because it truly feels like different issues every round.
It does. It does. I mean, the thing that wound up working for them on Vertigo is just stripping things down and simplifying, right? Going for very straightforward takes, and I almost do feel like that could help them. Just, you know, the A-exact mollies on towards hot, go in type of situation. Or, I mean, the smokes outside has been a very mixed bag. Even that last round, they get the pick, and it doesn't really get them down because they don't go down. And when they do, they go down with one who instantly gets traded. There's some options here. I do think it at least seems that there's a certain amount of discomfort between the players for the moment, so maybe simplifying things is the right call. Smokes out early, lots of utility outside, tons of it. Kraken will work his way in towards the big garage.
Oh, bad smoke.
Oh, no. Well, this play's over. Wouldn't test it, boys. They've got another smoke. They're going to throw it. Time to go. Slows things down. Cabby's in position. What's Cabby going to be able to do? She just got one smoke remaining. 2 molos. Uno flashbang. Spot. Ooh, what a shot from misutaaa. Needed that one. That opens the gates of the lower site wide. Manx will come in to adjust, but he's got so many targets to deal with. He dealt with the lurker of NBK, but it's overwhelmed on the lower site. This could be over. Hadji, make sure of it. It's on the browser now, who wants to get that one kill out of the way, but it's just not happening.
On their 2-round wins, misutaaa has got, feels like, all the key frags. He's pulling his weight, could use a little bit of help, I guess, across the board. But 8-2 down. You know, it's not the end of the world here, Mike, because the money is so bad for Ecsttatic. Falcons, if they can just chain this together, they can just find some success again. Maybe this T-side has not fully gone for the wanting. But this round is a key round. I think they need to win it.
Passing through the smokes. Ships in the night right now. Kraken's got this position in mini. Down to the garage. Where's first contact going to come? Kraken's looking for this. Whistle the wind, the only noise so far. Deep smoke. What's for the lockers?
Yeah,
what does that tip off?
Keep an eye on the bomb.
Vent drop. Or no, it's on top of the silo. It's coming over now. 1 player found, 2 players found. Kraken shutting this down. They slowed things down, and now they're suffering for it. Python drops, but now he's been eliminated. And that puts the bomb on the pavement. Only 35 seconds now. Someone needs to make the move, and Maka with an AWP is having to do it. And Manx, meanwhile, has flanked out Hadji. He's got the info. They're focused in. 3 crosshairs looking this way. There's no escape. And that's going to be a round gone to ruin.
Tough one. Tough one. I think that was a mistake to leave the bomb. It looked a bit janky as they tried to retrieve it and bring it back. Don't hate the idea, but couldn't pull off the execution of that round. And now tricky buy call, actually. We're going to go for it. AWP on Maka. Hadji's going to be on a Galil at best, I think, in this one. And a bit of a pause just to have a discussion. What's going right? What's going wrong? These last few rounds have been better, Mike. At least they're getting the control towards out losing numbers. At least they can dictate the pace a little more. But that next stage, after the smoke's been put down and they're taking the space, that's the crux here. That's what needs to be adjusted.
Mark has gone in for the op. So they are certainly sending it in this one. When the pause eventually does lapse. This is Falcons' third timeout of the game, as they've now taken 2 back-to-back in preparation for this round, recognizing how important that it is.
Taking a long time to buy up. I mean, surely this is not a hero AWP.
Surely not. They've got great money, honestly. HAdji on a Galil, they'll be fine. Shouldn't even be in doubt. Maybe just figuring out exactly how much utility they need, whether an NBK needs to go to the Galil as well. It's not doing a whole lot of shooting back, so wouldn't be the worst issue. But no, they'll have the AK, they'll have the guns. And here comes the early smoke set outside. Molotov in. Kraken wants a little bit of frisk. Gets the deep smokes to allow the mini wrap, and Kraken will spot that no one's really going behind it, so they're not fooled. Brzer did take advantage, though, knowing that the bodies were occupied, to take this deep position, this deep angle, but the shot doesn't land. That would have been huge. That would have been a terrific find. As it is, it's an early warning system, but it's not a kill.
Big duel going down on outer. NBK almost fells Kraken. And maybe you got a second bite at the apple. No faces just yet, as ramp seems to be the target. They'll probably be wary of this AWP, but as we can see on the mini-map, they've actually adjusted out, so Ecstticbrzer are leaving ramp open for now, and that could be a mistake.
Well, Manx is just going to have seen that lobby's clear with that quick flash and check. Problem is, well, they were all just around the corner in trophy, and now they've taken ramp. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who's close enough to have heard this? Browser's adjusted, but Cabby's going to be in such a tough spot if they actually do go down ramp, which they're not doing. They've established ramp control. They'll leave one player here, and they'll readjust their focus towards A. Kraken's in a tough spot. 2 directions to watch. Gotta find the timing on the NBK, and he might be looking away just at the wrong moment. He spotted players. He's got one, but NBK's there for the trade. One player in by the cooling towers, but that's going to be a stuck spot. No one there to support, and Queenix is eliminated before the cavalry can get here. I think Ecstticbrzer might be locked out of this round. That kill from Cabby might draw them back into it. Retake smoke going to be set up to get the op over the lip. Health's not good for HAdji. But here's going to be the fight. Here's going to be the poke back in. Throwing utility, that's a great shot, and the second one as well, just on the Manx, trying to do damage, but he's out of bullets, he's out of time, and he's out of there.
Falcons, best we've seen yet. Good control. Take ramp, put the brakes on fullback, Ecstticbrzer scrambling for any positioning. And I think they'll really regret Mike not saving those guns, because look at the money now. This is a heavy eco here, and even in the next Cabby and Queenix, the buy's not going to be good, so they're going to pause up. There's even a case here for a force. Should have saved those guns, I think.
Little shuffle under the moolah to try and make something happen here. But it is a little bare bones. It is a lot bare bones. Drained the cover down. Got all the toys out.
Yeah, this is a ragtag buy if I've ever seen one.
It's alright. Browser's gonna get 3 scout headshots, and we'll be wondering why we didn't believe him to get this from the get-go. Heavy focus in this round, apparently, on killing NBK. But he'll live, at least for the moment. And now, everybody's coming this way. So actually, the 2 players down secret with the MP9s, this could wind up being a massively impactful position if they actually do try and get down.
Like
no
a smokes as well
for
as
any
cross. Brez is going to get chances.
Come on, just scope up. Just scope up. No, don't play inner. Ah! Chances missed. Nice, gets a kill. There goes the wave. Ecstatic. Gotta be down. Might be all falling apart now.
That was a shot. That was a shot from Misutaaa. That was incredible.
Well, something.
What more can you ask on that sort of buy? To be honest, some good shooting from Falcons, and their weaponry is just so much stronger. They're going to win out in so many of those duels, and yeah, I mean that's how the cookie crumbles. And now they have to full eco. Buying the next will not be 100% perfect, so decent recovery, honestly, for Falcons in a map that almost looked out of control, 5 minutes ago.
One flashbang, 574 USPs. 2 flashbangs. Never mind. This is an entirely different story now. Alan, 2 flashbangs.
Oh,
time for Ecstatic to make this happen.
The world of possibilities.
Here's what you do. You tape the 2 flashbangs together, right? Throw them both at once, but one detonates like half a second after the other on a delay. And then I don't know what the rest of it is. I shoot them in the head, click heads.
No, it's very clever, Mike, because they'll turn the first flash, it'll pop, and they'll peek back into the second.
Exactly. Or Misutaaa will just kill everybody without you having used your flashbangs.
That is... I mean, I don't want to be too harsh, but why buy the flashes? What was the point in that?
They must have thrown one to clear in the trophy, right?
I don't think so. I think they just rushed, honestly.
Will say MisutaA's looked very nice on this team in the last couple games.
Has indeed. I'm yet to really feel out what his role is, but when he is actually entering bomb sites, he looks great.
Speaking of bomb sites, well, this one's vacant. I think Falcons have just yelled squatters' rights, and they're about to settle on in. They have squatters' rights laws in the UK?
Good question. I think the answer is yes. But only... I don't remember. I have a suspicion there's a rule to do with if it's somebody's second house.
Looking it up. Squatting in the law. Gov.uk. Squatters' rights to property. A long-term squatter can become the registered owner of a property or land they've occupied without the owner's permission. You can apply if you can prove you or a succession of squatters have occupied the property continuously for 10 years. 12 years if it's not registered with HM Land Registry. Nothing doing in this round. You or your predecessors acted as owners of the property for the whole of that time. You or any of your predecessors did not have the owner's permission. For example, the property was not originally rented to a squatter. I think by definition, if you're renting to a squatter, it's not a squatter, right?
True. But yeah,
you can take adverse possession of a property.
So by that reckoning, we need Falcons to sit on A for 10 years.
10 years.
And then they'll have it every round.
I've got time. Oh, NBK's got time as well. Timing, that is. There's a player down below the shadow of the Schmello, but, well, I did find a pick. An advantage here for the Falcons.
Do they know about Hadji?
Nope, apparently not. Kabi is the real question here. He's left. Aww.
I think Hadji heard that, you know.
From down below, you think he heard those footsteps?
Yeah, I think he did.
Now he's watching for it. Certainly aware that position down lower gonna be very potent, except Kabi's come back around. He hasn't gone for the long flank. He's just come back in a mini. It's just the right time. And now might be the moment. His time to shine. His time to strike. They're so wary of someone having gotten around, so I think you're right. Absolutely that Hadji's gotten it, but because there's not a player there, they're fainting at shadows. Wary of a flank that may never come. We're gonna vent drop this. There's the kill, but the swing from Cabby could be huge. No, the bomb's gone down. Timing not with him. Kragan will try and get into position, but does he expect the player to already be in control? Misses it to deny the bomb plant. Now with that going down, this could be tough. It's all on the Cabby. And he has no clue where that third player is. Still expects him to be coming from spawn somehow. So they've been dealing with a ghost, a phantom this entire time. And now Cabby is about to peek into two very real flesh and blood Falcons players and eliminate both. One more to find, just Hadji, but Hadji will have the last laugh to send us to the break. Well, that felt like a one-sided game until it absolutely wasn't. Falcons, nice recovery there at the end of the first half, and now a real proper chance to try and salt this away is a 2-0. Ecstatic, fast play in towards A. Like they might just have the space. Good flashbang. Python overwhelmed. Python doesn't even really get a chance to shoot back, and that's a nice pistol round for Ecstatic.
NBK in heaven. Mac is so far off. I mean, is this even going to be attemptable?
He's got a duel in the meantime. Yeah, he's not even going to have the time to get back in. They don't have a kit, Alan. I mean, this is done.
Oh, good duel. Just Hadji left alone, and it's only consolation frags from here. Getting triple peaked. He's getting hunted down. I'm almost going to make Hadji stay alive for this long, and now he hits the deck. So what we saw, Mike, was 2 A-rush pistols, and very different results. I think could do with watching the Ecstatic demo, I think, Falcons, to see how that utility is better placed.
Love it. Feels like the ultimate burn. Hey, why don't you watch our demos? Go a little better.
Hope you're saying that in chat right now.
That's interesting. A nade thrown in the hut, I guess, to disguise Maka's position. Either that, it takes a quarter of his health away. It was a CT nade. Seems like an odd decision. Maybe a miscomb. I don't know. Oh, NBK spotted them. Timing? 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 No timing kill's gonna come through. They're done secret instead. There's no one really to contest them. It's gonna be up to Hadji. 5-7. Trusty 5-7. The king of the pistols. It's more like the duke of the pistols, I guess. Deagle, assuredly the king. And now Hadji knows they're coming his way. He will get out, and he will go down. MisutaA was an engine to a lot of success in the first half. But this time, he's going to say, no way, Jose. Time to get out of here.
Time to save. So, if the 5-7 is the Duke, the Deagle is the king,
okay,
then what is the R8?
The banished one.
The outlaw.
Yeah, the king and egg. There was a brilliant coup for one brief moment of time, but it was thwarted, and the R8 was banished to Forbidden Lands to dare to unseat the king.
I'm trying to think of someone in history who's actually matches that.
I
Give me
mean,
a minute.
I'm sure there's some in your country.
Well, certainly in places we've colonized.
Like a Mary Queen of Scots type of situation.
It's got to be a Roman one. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. I can't remember his name.
Nice openers here for Ecstatic. We're not expecting much out of Team Falcons in this round, to be quite frank. These Falcons have had their wings clipped. And with that bomb already down, well, we're expecting nothing. Scout, I suppose, is useful to save. They're probably not really going to want to play with it in the next. The armor on MisutaA and Maka actually does have value going forward, but that's about it. Otherwise, Falcons might actually do with trying to get some exits here.
Ooh, damage is good damage. I don't see why they're so intent on saving, honestly. I mean, they're buying anyway in the next. Every gun you fell here is 3,000-4,000 more investment.
Here you go. Here's a book for you on JSTOR. Banish Potentates. Dethroning and exiling indigenous monarchs under British and French colonial rule.
Yeah, you don't get that one at the the History Museum in London.
Yeah,
the
British Museum of, look at all these neat things we found. Don't worry about who had them before us. Don't ask questions. Why are you ruining the vibe?
Listen, I've done my Egyptology course, and it's a well-known fact that they had their own settlements in London, so we didn't even take them.
Yeah, clearly. They were just there. They were just there. Ooh, good damage from NBK. Good kill as well. Falcons. Off to the start they were actually hoping for in this round. 2 bodies already down on the ground. Ecstatic certainly have plenty of money to spare if this round doesn't go to right. They need to get something in terms of damage or impact, and that's just not happening here. Guns have come out, and Falcons have sunk their talons into this one. Quite cool birds,
any
the
kills
Falcons.
is good. I think our bomb plant here is best case scenario, but I think the jig is up.
Did you know, Alan, that peregrine falcons have been clocked at speeds reaching 242 miles per hour?
I knew they were the fastest bird, and I think I might have, even in the back of my mind, known it was pretty insane speeds. But that's irrelevant, and also half the speed of sound. So that's how on earth do they do that?
It's during the dives, right? When they dive for prey, they hit those insane speeds.
Is that not a speed that even... Is that not going to damage your eyes, honestly, the amount of force?
On the Falcons?
Yeah.
Perhaps. I suspect they squint quite a bit during it, but I don't really know. I've never been a Falcon diving.
Falcon squinting. This is the
we should ask...
we need to research.
Ask misutaaa. Someone DM misutaaa and say, when you're diving, it speeds up to 242 miles per hour. Are you getting wiped off of the site? Everybody's dead. It's just misutaaa left. You might need that kind of speed to get back into the retake, because what a take from Ecstatic. 1 kill with the op, but he's out. They're gone. They've conceded this round. 100% wrapped up. They just need to plant the bomb and put a bow on it.
Truly swoop down and claim that one. Time to bail on this retake, I think, and just think about the next. As Falcons, they're just getting no traction on the CT side. It's been so difficult. Would be nice to chain some gun rounds together, but instead it's Ecstatic to answer back, and the injection of pace was just too hot to handle. Again, fast A rushes with the utilities doing so much damage, so Ecstatic look well drilled.
Did you know that Falcons mate for life?
Wait, what you mean as in...
Falcons devote themselves to one partner.
I was going to say, right, so there's
For
no
life,
infidelity.
apparently. Yeah, no, Falcons very devoted.
Wow.
So, I mean, you know that these players are going to stick by their org, I guess. Or I guess their org sticks by their players. I'm not quite sure on the metaphor. They've just made a roster change, so... Not so true to the birds.
Yeah, I mean, it's... How do they even work that one out? They tag the birds,
track
I
them.
guess?
Yeah, you give them little tracker bands and you figure them out. Osprey, I know, is made for life. Fishing eagles. Not quite falcons, but they do.
Well, they got better morals than us.
I mean, the funny part of it, too, is they don't spend any time together other than mating.
That's the secret.
They're super solitary. Well, that was always the joke we made about the Osprey in Maryland. Because they'll spend half the year together when they nest, mate, and raise young. And then the other half of the year, they migrate down and completely ditch each other for half the year. So the trick is, to a long and healthy marriage, is vacation separately, apparently. Molotof's down. misutaaa on the bailout. He'll break the window, fake that he's gone on in, with the doubt in their mind. They have conceded the ramp room, but they're going to withdraw. Python gets the opening pick elsewhere. It's a big one to find. Takes one of the elements out of the playbook here for Ecstatic. They do look like they want to split on towards A. Kraken working his way perhaps in towards Heaven. Teammates working to join him. Big first kill. HADji down. Now pressure's going to be on. Python deleted in Heaven means that Kraken can just get into spot, and one after another they falter. So an opening pick, some nice positioning. It just doesn't matter. The Falcons get nothing. They're completely blanked in this one. And at this point, we might just be hitting desperation station for the Falcons, right? Ecsttic are going to be on to 14. The money is going to be broken for the Falcons. This is a really tough spot to be in.
I certainly felt there, even in the man advantage, Ecsttic had a good position. This had so much space, and I think we saw it on T-side Vertigo, where Falcons just look a little uncomfortable reading the map and being proactive at all times. It seems like in some rounds they are very proactive, but in others they're just way too resigned to sitting still when it's actually at their detriment. So yeah, as you mentioned, we're just sort of running out of time here. I think they have to force here. And looking at the buy, it's actually pretty decent. MisutaA can drop one. Maka probably could drop a FAMAS. We'll see if that transpires. Auto shotgun on Python. We'd love to see it. And needless to say, that's going to be in hut.
Desperation station for these Falcons. See if they can slow things down here, or if we will go to Decider. Which is does too. That part I do remember. Python aggressive in it. The snake's coiled and ready to strike. Maka! Looked like that might have been on, but a little bit too late, I think. Just missed the player, and instead, Kabi will have worked his way down secret. Kabi has been really deadly. 20 kills to the name. And it feels like a lot of those have just been the gut punch kills that really put Falcons out of reach of a round.
Certainly feels like his opening picks have been very impactful. So good map for him, Kraken on the last, but nice to see other players stepping up.
I'll have to save my other fun Falcon facts for the next map, because it seems like they might be going for it. 50 seconds on the clock. No casualties just yet. A much slower round from Ecstatic. I think they were hoping that the pressure would lead Falcons to some aggression. They just haven't gotten it just yet. So apart from Kabi being down secret, they've really got nothing to show for all this time that's been wasted. 35 seconds. They've got to go. They've got to do something here, Alan. And now the first blow will come from Maka. Can't be positioned for the second, but this is going to be hot. Locked down with the casualty. Even numbers. They need to get on the site. They need to get this planted. They can't bail out here. That's the end of the round. Almost certainly. Just on time alone, they have been swept away, and the chance to put this one away eludes Ecstatic.
Looking good. Ecstatic. I don't mind the round, but Falcons just a little bit too well positioned, and the utility wasn't quite enough on that one. Pause comes in. Where's the money at for this T side? It's looking okay, but this will fully drain the coffers. So this one's important. This one's a read back into the game. And yeah, a little bit of a chance to reflect and just get on the same page. This is how comebacks transpire, is by throwing away these rounds or not making a good go of them. At least keep it close, keep the pressure up.
Here's another fun Falcon fact for you.
Go for it.
Apparently used during World War II to intercept carrier pigeons.
Who was still using a carrier pigeon in World War II?
Well, when radio could be intercepted as well, it was a dangerous means of communication. Carrier pigeons are valuable. Much tougher to intercept.
Apparently not.
You have a Falcon. Oh, birds were well used still in World War II. And won. Valuable thing. Valuable alternative mean of communication. Maka has communicated his op bullet into Brzer. But Ecstatic managed to slide the bomb in towards Secret. And now it's going to be pressure on to NBK. NBK needs to stand and deliver here. He is individually going to need to actually hold them at bay. Made in. utility will prevent him from getting this peak, but it's been slow, so he can bring a teammate in to help. It's going to be misutaaa. I think they might want to come back up, though. I think this is going to be pressure on the Python and Hadji instead. Their teammates go through secret, or squeaky, rather. Make a little bit of noise. Well, thought that was going to be the idea, but seems like that's not going to be the case. Instead, NBK is down for the count. And misutaaa has found a bomb. Molotov onto it. More damage on misutaaa. Just looking so very polished here. May have just done enough. They're going to try and wrap upon him, and they will be able to do so, to be fair. But the op position now to deny them control of that C4, and it's all onto one. What a shot from Maka. Just needed to spot him for half a second, and he's on.
Wow, that was dirty. That was real dirty. And misutaaa as well. He is leading the scoreboard, but I don't think that tells the story of how many massive impact kills he's had in this map. There's no way in heck they get to 6 rounds on T-side without misutaaa. So, he's been a force to be reckoned with. Now in eco. CT side and Nuke. Falcons, they're still in this despite what has been a roller coaster of a map so far. You trying to grab a new Falcon fact for me?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what there is. The little mediocre websites I've Googled quickly here do not have many good other Falcon facts, which is weird because I feel like they're such interesting birds, right?
It's also, it alliterates so well, you'd think it's a slam dunk to have as a website.
Right? Okay, hold on. We've got another website. See if they got something good. They got some good photos. Apparently, they've been found on every continent on Earth except for Antarctica. That's a fun fact. Very adaptable birds. That's not a good adaptation from Maka, though he will recover in time. Players have gotten that secret, though. That's enough to have distracted the op long enough for them to get in the lower. NBK is actually quick on the flank, but it's going to be a question about the front. Look at this late lurk from Brzer. Working his way into the ramp. Oh, if he goes around, this could be huge. Bombs down, certainly. That's a good find already, though Makazin continues to whittle down the numbers. You need to execute. Could be the key piece here. Kraken trying to keep them distracted long enough for the second line to come into impact, but he's got to go, and he knows it. He knows it. He's got the one. But now he's out of position to actually deny the defuse. They can just hop on it. And he's going to be a dead man.
Plant's not bad. Falcons, they weren't actually playing anybody ramp, so I'm almost a little surprised they got away with it that easily in terms of 4 alive on the retake. But the bomb plant's good. Bomb plant's good for Ecstticbrzer. Guarantees the full buy, a little bit of money also in the bank for later on. And here we go, then round 25. Falcons up and down CT side. T side took a heck of a recovery, and should they have taken a few more rounds early on the T side, maybe this game would be a little bit closer. But it has been clawed back, done a lot of work. But now the real game starts, and Mac has decided to take it upon his own hands. Look at this aggression, Mike. He's really feeling it.
Okay, there we go. 242 miles indeed. He embodies the Falcon right now. There's a spot outside. NBK snappy shot. All right, if NBK's warming up into this, would be a good sign for the Falcons. And there's nothing doing right now. That bomb dropped to dirt. Will need to be recovered, but it'll carry its own problems. Queenix at least has a gun taken from the body of misutaaa. But this one is looking like a bleak possibility. They do know they have the C4, right? It's only NBK we're left with the responsibility to actually watch for this. Though as soon as he takes contact, Python should snap into action, and instead it's the other way around. NBK to 0 in his 3rd of the round.
Pretty tumbled to that round. Maka kills the first, shows the AWP. Ecstatic react, tried a full face outer just with the numbers, no smokes, and yeah, their CTs were well positioned. No trades to be found. Lack of a bomb plant here is going to deny a full investment. Half buy is the best they can muster. But with a lot of utility, we could see a nice set play. So, certainly advantage Falcons. But never can out the Tech 9s. They are oh so powerful.
Queenix Overwhelming. Catches off NBK. This faster pace of play is good, but misutaaa's in position. Try and keep the guns out of their hands. Still in a tough spot. Rocking a hard place there. They really zeroed in on making sure you couldn't get forward in that spot. Python will find some damage, but they're down the vent. They're down the vent. No one's here to deny the bomb plant. Maka getting here in time. No. Can't stop this. That bomb's tick-tick-tocking away. The mates will not be able to watch it. Just left the brother. They've seen where he is. They smoke him out. Makazin just kills him. He has gone lights out these last few rounds. Getting quick with that AWP. And now just 2 rounds separate these two teams.
Looking good. And I have to say, Mike, that's the first wallbang kill I've ever seen through that little blue box. And you might not know this, but amongst the pros, a lot of people call it unbreakable because you essentially do 0 damage through it. So it must be the absolute smallest, even with the AWP, it must be the absolute smallest sliver to get any damage through it.
Dude, I'm actually out of Falcon facts.
We've had all of them.
Apparently, we just know everything about Falcons. Just gonna have to read journal articles about falconry now.
Did you
Falconry
see the video? Did you see the video on Twitter of Ben the Legend getting attacked by a falcon?
I did not. What is this?
So sorry to burst the bubble, but I do think it's staged. He's standing there saying, essentially towing to the tone of what there's no need to complain about animals being dangerous in Australia. It's a load of rubbish. And then the bird comes up from behind him, and he runs off camera.
That's fantastic. I need to see this.
Look it up. Ben the Legend. That's his Twitter handle. I think it's staged. I'd be pretty stunned if that was by chance.
Just perfect timing. Flawless timing.
I've just ruined Santa for everybody.
I think Mark is about to have this flawless timing right here. Queenix. Oh, actually could have the trade if his teammates come in here. They're gonna peek into the op. Oh, Hadji here as well. There's the contact. Hadji's got one. Oh, op caught. Not so much the perfect timing there for Makazin. Had to hold his bullet a moment longer, and instead the mini rat comes in, but NBK's there in the nick of time. The absolute last possible moment he could have been, and everybody's in position for Falcons. Ecstatic are seeing this game slip through their fingers. This round certainly might just be done. Kraken with 20 seconds just has to force the bomb down, and he's left. I don't think he can do this anymore. The time eludes him, and Python will make sure of it.
I'll give you a new fact. Falcons are definitely the favourites now to win this map after these last few rounds. I think they got away with that one, though. Maka shot too early. He almost cost him and Hadji their lives. But they recover. Feels like a bit of a streak now for Falcons. And the script has truly been flipped, because this is what we saw in the first half. The T side just not getting the bomb planted. So difficult to repeat and vest. 3 of them can buy up. But I think they have to see this, Mike. I think they have to half buy it and look towards those full gun rounds. Have you found the Ben the Legend tweet yet?
No, I haven't been looking for it.
I will get it. I'll get it. Give me a second.
With Falcon facts. Find that one for me. These rounds are getting pretty exciting, though. This one is going to be quite the moment. Ecstatic glows. Had some luck with the Mac-10s outside over mini. Pulling the twists play. No twists play this time. Nobody's going for it. They're going straight into A. They're not wasting any time about this. It's just a straight upper hit. They've got one. Makazin, though, taking them down for the count. Makazin overwhelmed. Advantage. Ecstatic. This might be their moment. This might be their time. But NBK back into the fray. No. It's Ecstatic to find that point.
That whole round was 20 seconds long. 20 seconds. And you spend 10 of those before you can physically take contact with your opponent. So a 10-second round in essence. Wow, that was explosive. Massive change of pace. Falcons totally blindsided, and suddenly, after what has been a troublesome few rounds, they get one under their belts, and now two chances to clean this one up and go to the third. Oh no, oh my god.
forward for the gun and death. It's death. It's chaos. It's madness. It's madness on the site. This might just be all over. It's all left to Maka. He's been good, but he's going to be great here. Tied up with... Oh, he has no idea they're close. And we're going to a third map. We're going to more. We got more Counter-Strike on the way.
You